Hello, good evening, and thank you for coming. Have you ever gone to the grocery store for milk, bread, and eggs, only to walk out with milk, bread, eggs, Cheetos, and anything that's on sale? If you have, you're not alone. In a survey done by the Prevention magazine, 58% of people who consider themselves as health conscious eat unhealthy foods on a regular basis. By changing how we approach our grocery store shopping trips, we can curb impulse buying, make healthier food choices, and most importantly, avoid all of the grocery store temptations. While standing in the checkout line, and standing especially with children, how many times have you given in to the last-minute impulse buys of the candy, the magazines, the sodas, those types of things? In an article called The Great Supermarket Psych Out in Health magazine, 20% of grocery store shoppers buy off of impulse. And they buy off of impulse 20% of the time in the checkout line. In order to help curb this impulse, what we need to do is use the self-checkout line, where a 12% participation rate in impulse was decided that it was given, where if you check yourself out in the self-checkout line, only 12% of the time you're going to buy off of impulse. Probably because you're too busy checking yourself out. The biggest impulse buying portion of the store is in the snack aisle. 60% of all impulse buys happen down this aisle. If you do have to go down this aisle, shop that aisle with a purpose, meaning get in, get out. Get in, get your nuts, get your small snack size fun bags of snacks, and get on out of the snack aisle. That will help curb the impulse buys down the snack aisle. If you are an impulse buyer, you might find these next suggestions rather helpful. What you might need to do is shop the perimeter of the store. The perimeter of the store is where all of the healthy food is. All of the fresh foods, that's where all of those are located. All of the meats, the meat counter, the seafood counter, fruits, vegetables, dairy, all of those categories of food are along the perimeter. Because these items are the most perishable, there's usually someone there in order to help you or to rotate the produce or whatnot. Take that opportunity to ask those people questions about freshness, about healthier food choices, on how to cook those types of foods. They can be a huge help on helping you make healthier food choices for your household. While shopping the perimeter, you might see people standing at the end of the aisles wanting to call you in to try samples of food, to try this, or to mention, hey, this is on sale, that's on sale. These are designed to tempt you every step of the way in the grocery store. According to an article called Stealth Shopping in Prevention magazine, one thing that all grocery stores have in common are the need for you and your grocery cart to keep moving. Keep moving through that grocery store every step of the way in order to tempt you to buy certain things that you didn't think that you needed to buy and or plan to buy. In order to help with these temptations, you should first make a list and stick to it. Avoid the temptations by telling yourself, if it's not on my list, I don't need it. The end cap displays are designed to draw you into them, to tempt you, to have you pause long enough in order to think that you want to buy this certain item that is on sale that you didn't plan on buying in the first place. So avoid the end caps by going straight past them, down to the center of the aisle, and that's where you're going to find the food that was most likely listed on your grocery store list in the first place. Get a snack before you go. Do not eat the samples from the grocery store. Anytime you show up to the grocery store stressed or hungry, you're going to fall into those temptations a whole lot easier than if you had a little something to eat, took your time, planned it out, all of those things. So in conclusion, by sticking to the perimeter of the grocery store and filling up your grocery cart with all of those healthy food choices, using the self-checkout aisle instead of the assisted aisle, you're less likely to fall into the impulse buying of that 20% group. You know yourself way better than the grocery store does. So get yourself a snack, make a list and stick to it. Ignore the aisle end caps where the towers of seasonal treats are located. And remember, if you resist it at the grocery store, you only have to resist it once. If you take it home, you have to resist it every day, all day, until it's gone. Thank you very much for your time. Good night.